Alright, making a response video. Probably shouldn't even bother. Not really on my subjects. Blah blah blah. Off subject. The true Puka guy. Puka, whatever. Never got the name actually. Anyway, yeah, we don't hate each other for any reason that I know of. And such, we really aren't in the same circle of YouTube fun and games. But whatever, yeah, his video was just, you know, I mean, he's gotten commercial and all this kind of stuff, but this video is just wrong in so many ways that, yeah, I said, no, I gotta make a video, because this is just some bad logic here. And so I'll just use it as an example of bad logic. And it's a little dangerous for me, because, yeah, it's about this Jew subject, you know, and I have some Jew subject liabilities. Yeah, that's unfortunately. But whatever. I'm gonna make the video because I watched the video and I was just like, oh, he didn't just say that, did he? I mean, he didn't say that, did he? Come on, that's silly. So I had to make a video. So there you go.
Is an email I'm sending to Josh Sofair, the leader of the Jews for Jesus Manhattan office branch, on the issue of Venomfangx.
Well, look, you know, really, you're an atheist guy, right? I mean, so isn't this kind of silly? You're gonna go tell the Jews for Jesus how to do their Jew for Jesus-y thing? I mean, why would you gonna, you know, you know, isn't that kind of idiotic? I mean, if I got a letter from the, you know, I don't know, how to kick old ladies in the ass organization telling me how not to kick ladies in the ass, I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. You know, I mean, on its face, it sounds like bullshit.
Coming to local neighborhoods here to preach the gospel. Attention, Josh Sofair. I'm a longtime resident of Manhattan, currently in the Hell's Kitchen area. It is...
Yeah, well, really, why? So this gives you credibility? I mean, you know what? I'm an authentic. Is that basically what you're saying? I'm an authentic. So pay attention to me. You know, I mean, they're Jews for Jesus. You're writing to an organization that are Jews that have converted to Jesus. Why should they care if you're authentic? I mean, I don't think they should care.
Come to my attention that one of the young people attending your summer program missionary camp, which involves having them preach New Testament gospel on the streets of New York City, is a person named Sean. Mr. is a minor YouTube celebrity who has made numerous remarks in his video.
Yeah, well, why didn't you introduce yourself as a minor YouTube celebrity? Shouldn't you have said that? I am a minor YouTube celebrity, and I would like to inform you that another minor YouTube celebrity is doing exactly what you're having him come there to do, which is preach the lunatic gospel of Jeebus, the crazy fuck. I mean, what the fuck what are you complaining about? I mean, it's just stupid. He's not having Venomfangx come over to pick pockets or do 3-card Monty, right? I mean, wouldn't it be like if they would, oh, Venomfangx isn't coming to Wall Street to steal people's money? Ugh, fuck.
Ministry that could be considered anti-Semitic and extremely offensive.
Well, there we go. So there's something offensive in the Bible. Oh my fucking God. You know how much in the Old Testament is motherfucking offensive? I mean, really. And so why, you know how many religious fucks say things like AIDS is God's punishment? Are there Hasidims who say this kind of rubbish? Are there some Hasidims in New York City who preach the rubbish that AIDS is God's punishment? So shall we find it offensive? Let's write fucking letters to the mayor. Oh, I'm back in the British accent, sorry. Yeah, let's write letters to the mayor and, you know, have them all spanked properly. Because, yeah, that's just totally inappropriate. Or maybe we should tax them extra, right? Let's do something else to coerce them out of business. Steal all their diamonds, right? They're big on diamonds. Yeah, let's have a diamond tax. Okay, that'll teach them to be naughty, you know, and say naughty things.
For example, he specifically said, among other things, that the Jews deserved the Holocaust because they didn't accept Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, I mean, did they deserve the flood? Right? I mean, it was the Jews that Jesus flooded, right? I mean, it was all Jews before Jesus, right? So, or something like that anyway, right? Well, I mean, Moses was a Jew, right? So he killed all the fucking Jews once before because they were all insufferably stupid. And then he did it again after they did the whole frickin' here, I'll free you from your your whatever, your burden ship, your slavery. And then they did the whole bull thing, and God got pissed off again and smited them all again, and made them all go crazy into the woods and the desert and go all wacky and turn into all the races and all that shit or whatever the fuck happened. So this is like the third strike thing. I mean, come on, just think about it for a second, Pooka guy, right? I mean, you believe, let's say, pretend you believe in God, right? You're sitting there saying, okay, I believe in God, God loves me, yes, I'm his chosen people in such. And all of a sudden, you're in concentration camps getting your ass completely fucking kicked. I mean, you're getting killed as bad as you can get fucking killed. You're getting annihilated in the worst possible manner, just completely, Holocaust. We have a big, fat, ugly word now to call it. It's so fucking ugly. I guess it's time to say God doesn't love me. I mean, realistically, come on. How many times does God have to smite you to pieces before you finally just say, oh, okay, I get it. All right? Yeah, I get it. You really don't like us much. Yeah, maybe we aren't chosen after all. Ugh. So yeah, is it really that silly? And then considering that, theoretically you killed Jesus, there should be a little resentment there.
I find it disturbing that your organization would have a person who has made such remarks about Jewish people come into New York City.
Yeah, well, let's be clear here. Look, this whole Jew thing gets really messed up because there's Jews who are not religious. All right? So if you're not a religious Jew, you're not going to get punished by a God, right? So Sean's remark is completely irrelevant because there's no God to punish you, all right, to put you in the Holocaust. So the remark is irrelevant. And if you are a believing Jew, why are you defending believing Jews? Their feelings should be fucking hurt, the fucking idiots. They're making messes in the world. They're fucking the whole goddamn world up with their goddamn stupid goddamn religion. All right, they're causing all kinds of stress and strife in the goddamn world with their stupid fucking religion. So yeah, something causes them a little bit of stress and upsets their little hurt feelings. And he said that God made us all. Yeah, well, so fucking what?
City neighborhoods to preach to Jewish people. While my ethics dictate...
Yeah, well, like I said, so if he also said that AIDS was a punishment from God, or if Hasidim said that, or somebody else said that, should they also be in some sort of social purgatory? Should we write letters? Should we try to get them fired? Should we interfere in their personal life in any manner we can just fuck things up for them, because they have free speech? Oh, dear.
That I respect the free speech rights of others as given to us.
Well, you don't respect them, okay? Because you're basically saying, I'm going to mess with them. I'm going to be coercive. My group will make it uncomfortable for you to offer free speech. So if you give people freedom of speech, if you allow Sean to have freedom of opinion and freedom of speech in his practice of, he is a professional prostitute for philosophy, whatever you want to call that. That's his job, is to be a mouthpiece. And you're basically saying he shouldn't be a mouthpiece because what he's saying you don't like. I mean, you can't really say freedom and then say restriction. Okay? And especially a restriction, why? Because it offends you? I mean, really, if you want to make that okay for everybody, then nobody's going to be free to say a motherfucking thing. I just offended mothers by saying motherfucking. I mean, come on. Everybody has a right to be offended by every fucking thing we say and goddamn do. They have a right to be offended. They have a right to say, God, I hate that fucker. They don't have a right to play these kind of weaselly games and try to fuck with other people's lives. That's bullshit.
In our Constitution, I must bear in mind that while he has a right to free speech, I have that same right.
Yeah, well, you're not claiming that same right. You're claiming that you live in New York City's hell fucking kitchen, and you're a representation of this, and you don't like it, so you better look out for us, because we're coming to get you fuckers if you let this asshole preach the gospel of Christ with his Jew-hating mantra. Even though the whole religion is based on Jew-hating. Let's pretend it's something else. It's a Jew-hating religion. Jesus Christ.
Before I take further action in this matter...
Ah, there we go. That's the key line. Okay. Before I take further action. Right. So freedom, but further action. More than just saying, I don't like it. Sean, you suck. Fuck you, Sean. That was your right. Now you want to do some action thing. Not good.
Such as contacting local Jewish groups. I seek to better understand...
Yeah, extortion. Let's see if I can create some extortion. Let's see if I can extort people out of their freedom. And that's supporting freedom. Supporting extortion is supporting freedom of speech. You're not claiming that you're going to speak. You're claiming on doing. That's what you plan on doing. That's a big fucking difference. Speaking and speaking the words organization and terrorism or revolution, that's a different kind of speech. You got to concede, right? I mean, realistically.
Whether Mr. views on the Holocaust and other issues are shared by your organization, and if so, is this part of the message you'll be preaching to the Jewish community, including children?
Well, what? So it's okay. So the children, it's okay to preach the Torah, the Jewish practices. It's okay to teach the fucking torture rituals that you perform on animals. That's okay to indoctrinate your kids into, but don't indoctrinate them into the idea that, oh yeah, that's right, God didn't save us. Oh yeah, that's right, a bunch of Christian Americans had to come to the rescue. Oh damn, that's humiliating, isn't it? I mean, it sort of is, right? I mean, you know, that's sort of the insult to how does that thing go? Insult to the injury. Yeah, you got this harsh injury, and on top of it, the insult is who had to come to the rescue. Oh, those fucking Jeebus assholes. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a rough spot. I'm sorry. It is sort of an indignity, but yeah, it's a fact. Yeah, sorry.
In the New York City area. I look forward to hearing from you in order to seek an amicable resolution of this situation.
Yeah, right. Doesn't sound like you're very amicable at all. It sounds like the only amicable resolution is you're going to force Sean to what? Either take away his free right to express his free opinion, or he's not even going to be allowed to show up. Right? So that doesn't sound very amicable in a freedom kind of way. That sounds like amicable in a do it our way or the highway kind of thing. Yeah. Sounds kind of dictatorial.
If you're a New York City resident or you reside in the New York City area and you find the idea of Venomfangx coming to your neighborhood and preaching on the street disturbing.
Yeah, well, I find it disturbing that assholes would do that, because it's rude. So I don't mind people wearing signs. You know, I love Jeebus or something. Go ahead, wear your stupid sign. But yeah, when you start picking at me and saying, can I talk to you for a while about Jeebus? Well, yeah, I think that's offensive. But the idea, the offensive part is not there's so much of the Bible, just you could read right out of the words, verbatim out of the Old Testament. It's fucking disgusting. Alright? It's disgusting. Now, you want to say that's okay because it's written 2,000 years ago, that those insults, that racism, that elitism, that fucking insane nonsense is okay because it's 2,000-year-old insults? Fuck that shit. That's you know what that's called? That's called hypocrisy, Pooka guy.
I'm asking that you mirror this video onto your channel and send the link to this video to Josh Sofair at JewsForJesus.org.
Yeah, right. Yeah, a bunch of atheists are going to tell the Jew for Jesus how to run his organization. Good plan. you're just advertising the whole thing. You're just making Venomfangx's big giant. Now the airplane will be even heavier when it's flying over here. There'll be a band there to greet him. I mean, you're just making this whole thing more of a fucking event than it already isn't. You know, for what? Because he said something that, to tell you the truth, is fucking goddamn kind of obvious. I mean, realistically, how the fuck can you believe in your God when he fucking goddamn annihilates you? I mean, What did the Jews do that was so wrong to end up in, that God would let them end up in a concentration camp? That he would kill like half of them or whatever on planet Earth in a horrific manner, and you're going to tell me they have some reason to believe their fucking God is God? No, they have no reason to believe it. Ugh.
Josh Sofair, leader
Blah,
of
blah, 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 blah. This is pussy bullshit. Pussy bullshit. Yeah, to bigotry, no sanction. To persecution, no assistance. Well, I could say the same goddamn thing to you here. This sounds like just bigotry. It sounds like you're a little butthurt, you know, because of the circumstance. I mean, if I was Jewish, ethnically, whatever, historically Jewish, I'd find Jews for Jesus offensive, just in the face of it. They just look like fucking Oreos, right? I mean, they look like just traitors to the race sort of thing, right? They're just like, what the fuck, you asshole? I mean, you're a Jew, okay? You know, it's bullshit, you traitor. So I can understand you having some bigotry against that. I can understand that. All right, but this person, you're the one doing the persecuting here, though. All right, you're not just voicing your opinion that Venomfangx is an asshole, and you're not just saying to Jews, hey, Jews, don't listen to these Jews for Jesus, because look what they're up to. Look at the games these people play. And they're going to try to make you feel like, you know, like somehow you have done, like there's some inglorious thing about your traditions and your faith and all that kind of shit. And you could just say, yeah, well, fuck that shit. They're full of crap. They're just picking on your soft spot. They're using your Holocaust, using your pain, and they have no right to it. So make a counter argument, all right, that these assholes shouldn't even be allowed to even say the goddamn words, you know, without their teeth shattering. If there was a God, maybe he would fix these problems. But there isn't a fucking God. None of these assholes are right, okay? So, but anyway, so you're just sounding like you're just acting out of some petty resentment, some personal thing. And it's sort of bullshit to make a video where you're telling people to mirror it and to make a whole protest out of it, when really I think it's just your little personal issue, friend. I think it's a personal issue. So, enough of a video. Really shouldn't bother. I just really shouldn't, because there's nothing, you really can't. You know, I'm sorry to say it, but you really just can't mess with these Jews. You know, I mean, my whole life I've lived with a name that sounds Jewish, and I've never had a problem with that. I always liked kind of being considered Jewish, and it's just ironic that, you know, now all of a sudden I'm becoming some kind of monster, and, you know, because I express my opinion freely, and you're just not allowed to do that, apparently. Yeah, I mean, that's just the way it's looking. So, yeah, whatever. I don't think this was productive. I guess I could say that. In my video, this video, not productive either. Yeah, so, but you started the non-productive ball rolling. I just pushed it, you know, so I'm not as guilty, right? Let's ask George Washington. Maybe he has an answer to that question. You're all fucking guilty as hell. But he was guilty too. He talked complete shit about his fucking Revolutionary Army. If you read his letters home to Martha, he was a racist and a bigot, and he was an insane motherfucker. Yeah, he couldn't get elected dog catcher today. I mean, come on, he'd be so fucking screwed. Those letters would be all over CNN and shit. Anyway, till next time.